Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Hello.
Miss Marshall, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you, Mrs. Johnson?
I'm doing well.
Okay. Let's see. Is Rick on yet?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I heard Miss Wills. I see Commissioner Eli's on. I heard Dorsey. And I know Mrs. Johnson is coming on.
Looks
Commissioner
like
Johnson.
she is on.
She's on.
Yes.
Okay. Is Legal on?
We have
Rick-
Alberto.
Hi, Alberto.
Hi, Chair. I'm on. Yep.
Okay. Hi, Tom.
Do not see
Good
Rick.
afternoon.
Okay. We'll just wait for Rick.
Okay.
Mika, you want to come look at this?
Okay. I think he's coming on now.
See that? I don't know if I'm on or not. I mean, if they can hear me.
We can hear you, Commissioner Johnson.
You can?
Yes.
Okay, I have a little yellow triangle, an exclamation in it.
Commissioner Hall, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
I hear
Yes,
you,
we
Commissioner
can.
Hall.
Okay, I was on Zoom for this. I had to call in because I don't know why that I can't hear you guys when I was in the meeting.
Oh, that's because it was muted at the time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Rick, you can let us know when you're ready.
Recording in progress.
1 second. Oh, thank you, Chair. I'm assuming we have a quorum?
Yes, we do.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 1153rd meeting, a special meeting of the Housing Authority and Urban Redevelopment Agency of the City of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Notice of this meeting has been published and posted in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act. I would ask everyone at this point, excuse me, first a roll call of attendees. With that, Commissioner Dorsey.
Leon.
Commissioner Dorsey.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Gabay.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Hall.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Johnson.
Here?
Thank you. Commissioner Wills. Commissioner Wills.
I know she is here.
Do you know what she's under in case I'm not seeing her?
No, I'm not sure.
I don't see her name.
Is that her telephone number?
Let me see. Marie Stevens. I see a Samsung. I see a.
That's my phone number.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a second 609 area code phone number. I'm not sure if that's Commissioner Wills.
Is there a name to it?
No.
Versus a cell phone? Okay, I'm not seeing it. I apologize.
All right.
Commissioner Wills is here. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
now we can.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Commissioner. And finally, Chairwoman Marshall.
Present.
Thank you. We have 6 commissioners present, which is a quorum to conduct business. At this point, I would ask everyone to please rise and join in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge of allegiance
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. That brings us to item 3 on the agenda, which is public comment.
Is there anyone from the public who wish to speak? Is there anyone
Did anybody from the,
public who wish
did
to
anybody
speak?
know about it?
Yes, it was advertised. It has to be by law. Is there
Okay.
anyone from the public who wish to speak? Okay, we can move on with the agenda.
Thank you. Item 4, other business and communications.
We don't have anything.
All right, thank you, Chair. Item 5, we have the need for an executive session to discuss matters of litigation and related attorney-client privilege discussions.
Okay,
I would ask for a motion and second to enter into closed session for those purposes.
motion, Marshall.
Thank you.
Second.
I'm sorry, was that Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Commissioner Dorsey.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Gabay.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Hall.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Wills.
Yes.
Thank you. And Chairwoman Marshall.
Yes.
All right. That is 6 in favor, none opposed to enter into closed session. As we noted, the purpose of the executive session discussion is to talk about matters of litigation. And it is not anticipated at this time that the board will be taking any action based on the discussions that take place in the executive session at this meeting.
Commissioner Marshall, there's someone in the chat saying they would like to speak.
That's passed. We're in executive session now.
Okay.
The Chair,
Looks like it's Steve Young.
we
We're
have,
in executive session now.
yes, we have voted to enter executive session, but the board always has the option at the conclusion of executive session to establish a second period for public comment if you wish.
Clearly.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right. So for purposes of our executive session, I assume we're going to remain on this Zoom and non-participants will be placed in the waiting room?
Yes, we can do that.
Okay, I'll defer to Beth Ann when
Okay.
that has been done.
Let me figure it out.
Just mute them.
Why we didn't have this in person?
Why don't you just mute them?
They will stay in the meeting if we did that, Commissioner Wells. And Commissioner Hall, some discussions have to be handled in closed session.
No, I ain't talking about the closed session. I'm saying, why do we have to have it on the Zoom? Why we couldn't just have it in person?
It was a decision made to have it on Zoom since it's a special meeting.
And
Okay.
Alberto, Joe mentioned sending us an additional link.
excuse me.
For the, I did not see a secondary link, but hold on one second. I mean, we could do that.
Alberto, I really recommend to do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Give me one second. Just give me 2 minutes then.
Okay.
Chair, can I ask a question, please?
Sure.
Who are all the other people that is on the Zoom? Will they be introducing themselves?
Where they were? I'm sorry.
Progress.
This meeting is being recorded.
And sidewalks safe as well. Every year, millions of people are injured in fall-down accidents, resulting in fractures, torn ligaments, and surgery. Many are preventable. Property owners accountable. Forestry law.
Okay.
All right, are we ready?
I've admitted all.
All right, thank you. At this point, I would accept a motion and second to leave closed session and re-enter the open session.
Oh, my friend, are you clear? Get 100% no money down.
Can I have that motion?
Motion, Marshall.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Anybody want a second?
Or we can remain in closed session for the rest of eternity.
Second,
Thank you.
mute problems. Second,
Sorry, I was on mute.
All right, thank you. Roll call vote. Commissioner Dorsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Gabay. Commissioner Gabay, are you muted perhaps?
Yeah, I'm muted. Can somebody unmute me?
No, I heard you now.
If you were muted, oh, all right, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Commissioner Hall. I'm sorry, Commissioner Hall.
Where is she?
Is Commissioner Hall back?
Yes.
I see her. Yeah. I see her. Okay. She says yes.
Okay, thank you. And Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Wills? Oh, Commissioner Wills?
We lost Mrs. Wills.
Oh, we lost. Sorry to hear that. And Chairwoman Marshall?
Yes.
All right, 5 in favor, none opposed. We are back into open session. During the closed session, as indicated before the start of that session, the board discussed matters of litigation relating principally to the ongoing Stanley Homes litigation, and no action is anticipated to be taken at this meeting based on those discussions. Also, at this point in the agenda, we're scheduled to go to Good and Welfare, but I understand the board wanted to offer the opportunity for members of the public who were not able to participate in the first scheduled public input to have the opportunity to make public comment. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. And Steve Young, did you still want to speak?
Yes. How's everyone doing? Steve Young.
Hello. Good evening.
Good. And I just had a few questions in reference to Stanley Homes Village as well as the rest of the Housing Authority properties. One is the test results on the water, as well as the mediation when it comes to the mold. I don't know if there's a test results anywhere from the state or the city, but if we can have those results put on the website, would be very helpful. As well as from our understanding, some of the residents have got in touch with us about the electric plug heaters that's inside the units. And there's been a concern about maybe it being dangerous and causing a fire. So we just wanted to know, has that been inspected and by the electric company or any engineer that says that those watts are necessary and that it'll be able to keep everyone warm during the emergency process? So basically those are 3 questions: the test results on the water, as well as the mold, and the analysis and assessment of the heaters.
Okay.
Chair Marshall?
Yes.
If I can just repeat the sentiment I said in our last meeting, a complaint that is generic, as we have some people complaining about something, does not help us address issues. I just asked Mr. Young if he could give us specific tenants, names, and information when he has issues so that we can actually address specific issues. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, that question wasn't to basically not to a particular commissioner, but I know you have staff there that's probably qualified to answer the question, and we would like to hear from them as well as it being on the website. That's not something that a commissioner need to handle.
The test results for water and mold, that's based off, Tom, do you want to touch on that?
Sure. I'm curious to know, Mr. Young, when you say test results for water, what specifically are you referring to?
Well, we just had an issue throughout the whole city, on the water issue, not to drink it. And we're just curious about when was it tested and where can we find the test results? Is it on the website or who has it?
So, Mr. Young, we're neither the ACMUA nor the city. We do not possess test results for potable water. I believe, and I don't want to speak on behalf of either of those entities, but I believe that would be within the scope of their responsibility to be testing and advising on the suitability of drinking water, if I'm not mistaken.
So at this point, you haven't received the no test results to the housing authority from those agencies to date?
Not that have come across my desk and not to my knowledge, no.
And then when reference to the heaters, what's now beginning to happen, a lot of the residents are not reporting issues to the housing authority. They're calling other people, they're texting other people and calling. And often I get some of this information. I do, anytime I get a call, I do give this information to Tom. He looks in the system. He doesn't see where the information is in the system. So we are urgently asking, and we may have to do it at each meeting. We're asking urgently if residents could please call the office. Please call the office and report it. If you are not getting anywhere in any results, then I will understand then if you're reaching out to other people, but at least have some dates, some times who you spoke with, so we could verify it and so that we can confirm it. We are getting calls every day from 15 to 20 people, some of them whom don't even live in any of our sites, with issues residents are having, and then we look in the system and we don't even see where the call was even made. So please tell your friends and family, please call the office. Pearl Epps, Running Deer.
Yes. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
If I may have a question, maybe I can help Steve out. I am a tenant in Atlantic City, but I am not in Stanley Homes. I'm one of the people that, you know how you rent a house or you rent an apartment that, you know, it's not in one of the homes. I too am one of the people who have experienced sewage, no heat, mold, everything else. And probably, as it seems, from the same property managers. Now, my case is before court. Mine was, before the state. I had Judge Porto, who was wonderful. And then out of the blue in April, I got switched to another judge who has been going downhill ever since. And to the point where now we're going federal, put it that way. What I would like to say is that I think if possible, you can look into some of these landlords and property managers, and you'll find out these are the same ones that are given the problems at Stanley Home Village, as well as what I'm going through. I mean, my ceiling collapsed. They allow that. They allow me to have no heat. They allow me to live in mold. Right now, I am under the care of Cooper Hospital for a year because they want to make sure I don't have, cancer or anything. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can make this clear. If I could, that's my tub. That's the sewage in my tub. I also have pictures of.
You said you're not a resident of Atlantic City.
I am a resident. Oh yeah, I'm right here in Atlantic City. You guys know me very well because I have the horses on the beach, and I'm the Native American who fought the tunnel. And won and got money for the residents. But these property managers should not have licenses.
Do you live in scattered sites, Stanley, Busby, one of the senior buildings?
I live in a house that's an apartment that is run by one of the landlords and one of the property managers that run a lot of these places, put it that way, that are in charge of these places, as well as my landlord has several places in town too. He has over 24 violations.
Okay, Ms. Epps, I just want to be clear. You are not a resident of Atlantic City Housing Authority. Is that correct?
No, I am a resident of Atlantic City Housing Authority. Yes, I'm with HUD. Yes.
And what site are you at? Which one of our sites are you located?
I am in, I would be close to the mall. the train station right around there, the new train, you know what I'm talking about, the train station, where the
Which street do
land-
you live on?
Michigan Avenue.
Ms. Epps, if you don't mind me asking a more specific question,
Sure.
are you in a public housing unit or are you a Section 8 client of the Housing Authority?
Section 8.
And you receive Section 8 assistance from the Atlantic City Housing Authority?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's odd because I just ran a search and I am not getting any kind of hit. I was trying to find any information on your property, but it doesn't appear as though.
I have all the violations here and everything, but you can find my court case. Right now, we're asking the judge to be dismissed because it's going to go federal, because we weren't with the other judge. Like I said, out of the blue, this new judge came in and it went downhill, and it is allegedly he knows the property manager's judge as well, and that's why it's been going downhill. This is
Board of
alleged.
Chair, I would mention that we don't speak about litigation or any matters in litigation while they're here. So if Ms. Epps has exhausted her 3 minutes, I would suggest we move on.
Okay, all right, then I'll go to what is wrong with my home.
Ms. Epps, if you could call the Section 8 department tomorrow with your information, and we'll handle it from there. Right now, we're not finding you in our system, so we're not sure of your exact location, but please call the Section 8 department tomorrow.
So, Chair, can somebody give her the Section 8 number just in case?
I have the number. They are already involved in the litigation.
Michael, can you double check what's the number you have? So we just want to be on the safe side to make sure you have the right number for our Section 8 that he can follow up.
What I do want to say with Section 8, they have been very thorough with me. If I
Section 8 on Pennsylvania Avenue?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was that, ma'am? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Section 8 on Pennsylvania Avenue?
No, I would say it's Atlantic Avenue.
That's under the state. That's not us.
DCA.
That's the state. That's DCA.
Oh, okay. Okay, then maybe I should get the one on Pennsylvania Avenue, the phone number.
So thank you,
No,
Chair. So
no,
now at least we'll
it's
clarify the
separate.
information. Yeah, now we clarified the information. That's what I was asking to see if we have the right
Well,
number.
Eli, I didn't want to say that right now. I kind of picked it up and figured that's why I asked if she could call tomorrow. Okay.
Well, thank you. I really
Avenue.
appreciate you listening.
Okay.
And thank you very much.
Okay, Ms. Epps.
And I will call them on Pennsylvania Avenue. Thank you very much.
No, you have to call the one on Atlantic Avenue, which is the state DCA. Yes.
Okay. Well,
We can
thank
also-
you very much.
We can also assist with additional resources or information that we can share with you if that'll help.
Okay, yes, because something, like I said, should be done with these property managers and landlords that have all these violations and nobody's taking away their licenses. And they should.
Malcolm, would you mind giving the number to the Section 8 department, please? So Ms. Epps could call.
I'm ready whenever you are. I have a pen. Thank you.
For some reason, we can't hear you, Malcolm.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You turn it up?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
9-347-1207.
I'm gonna read this back to you. 609-347-1207. Okay, I couldn't hear you, Malcolm, but that's all right. I can hear the young lady. Okay, thank you very much for your time, everybody, and have a good night. Be safe.
Thank you. You as well, Mrs. Epps. Michelle Post? I'll give you a minute to come off mute. Michelle Post?
I'm trying to unmute her and it's not working.
Okay. All right. Okay, while Michelle is working on that, and Beth, is there anyone else that would like to speak?
I don't see anyone else in the chat.
Okay, and I don't see any hands raised.
Right. Michelle, can you hear us?
Or do you want to put a question in the chat?
Chat.
It looked like I saw the mute come off and went back on.
Did it? Yeah, I'm clicking it and it's not doing anything.
All right. And I don't see where anyone else has raised their hand or in the chat. So we will move on with the meeting. Michelle, sorry, but I will see you at our regular board meeting, which will be in person. And we will address any questions that you may have then. All right.
Chair, that brings us to the next to last item on the agenda, good and welfare.
Excuse me 1 minute. Michelle, can you hear us now? She's unmuted, but we can't hear her.
Okay. All right.
Madam Chair, I can see what Michelle wrote, which was, I wanted to ask, did the judge, what you did tonight will satisfy the judge? I can hear, but I can't unmute. The judge wanted an answer about electrical report and the decision made. Will you be responding to the judge from tonight's meeting?
All right, that's for you, Rick.
And the answer is when we respond to the judge, that will be a public event. And beyond that, our litigation approach and plans and strategy are not for public discussion.
Okay. All right. Next agenda item is good and welfare. And I don't have anything. I don't know if any of the commissions have anything. All right. Seeing none.
Then we're ready for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner
Second.
Dorsey with the motion and Chair with the second. Roll call vote, Commissioner Dorsey. Huh? Has he left already? Commissioner Dorsey. The roll call
Yes.
vote, the motion to adjourn.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Commissioner Gabay.
Yes.
Commissioner Hall. Commissioner Hall.
I see you saying yes.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Johnson.
We lost Mrs. Johnson.
And we previously lost Commissioner Wills, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Chairwoman Marshall.
Yes.
4 in favor, none opposed. We are adjourned.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you all. Good night.